Hey everyone, it's Zahava. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm so excited because we are going to be picking my September reads using the TBR Teapot. Yay! So I just want to give a shout out to Francesca from Chess's Book Nook. I can link to her channel down below in the description for giving me the idea to call this series of videos the TBR Teapot series. This is because when I decided to start a TBR jar process back in the month of August, I was hesitant to use a mason jar or some other vehicle for my TBR prompts that had a transparent look to it, because I felt that I couldn't trust myself to be objective with what I chose if I had an idea of like what the color was or that kind of thing. So I think that something that is not transparent would work a lot better for me. And it seemed to sort of strike a chord with a lot of you guys as well. And since it is such a fun dopamine kick for me, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you this TBR video before September, which I'm trying to get you guys like more current. So I'm just filming this video actually mid-August. And yeah, I'm going to try and put it up for you guys round about the end of the month so that you know what's going to be coming up for the month of September, and then that way I'm not always kind of running a few days late. So let's go ahead and pick about 5 or maybe 6 books that I could potentially read from my own physical TBR in the month of September. And I usually commit to, I've only done this one other month. I've never done this before last month of August. I'm saying usually, like it's been this way for months and months or years and years, but it's not. But what I have committed to you guys is that I will at least pick 3 out of the selection that we get today together, and that way I am not feeling so constrained, and it gives me also room to select from the pre-selection something that I might be more inclined to read. It also gives me room to bring in other books like audiobooks or library books, because this TBR Teapot is being used exclusively to take down my physical TBR, which as soon as I get to 2,000 subscribers, I will do another full physical TBR walkthrough and show you guys all what's on my shelves. So please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to be notified when I do my next physical TBR tour and shelf tour, which I am aiming for 2,000 subs. So we can get there. We're not too far away. So let's subscribe and help me get there. Okay, so enough blah blah. Let's pull the prompt. So just as a reminder, this is what it looks like. And I'm going to hold this up and we're just going to see what I have in my physical TBR that could respond to whatever prompt this is. So I'm looking at the camera so y'all can keep me accountable, just feeling around with my fingers that I only have one. And this is not facing me, so that's good. I'll show it to you. Hopefully it won't be upside down. Is that upside down? That does look upside down. Okay, let's see what it is. It is... Okay, no, this is like too weird, you guys. This is the love triangle trope. Now, if you guys were here for the August TBR Teapot that we did, I also pulled this exact same prompt. Do you guys remember the love triangle trope? And then I didn't have any love triangle tropes in my inventory, I guess you could call it. I'm going to call it an inventory because you guys know me, I'm a little business minded. So the word inventory does come to mind, but I didn't think I had one in my inventory or book catalog. And then, so I ended up like putting this back into the jar. So I think it's really funny that it's come up again. Clearly, the book gods want me to be reading about a love triangle trope. And as it turns out, when I went ahead and looked at some books that I had like after the fact, because I don't know, I was like browsing. Anyway, it turns out that I do have a book on my physical TBR, which does respond to a love triangle trope. So I'm going to go get that for you guys right now. All right, you guys, here it is. A Feather So Black. Apparently this one does have a love triangle going on within its pages. I was unaware of that when I pulled this prompt last month. So I'll read you what it's about in case you've never heard about it. In a kingdom where magic has been lost, Fia is a rare changeling left behind by the wicked fair folk when they stole the High Queen's daughter Ayala and retreated behind the locked gates of the folk realm. Rather than leave Fia an outcast, the queen takes her in and trains her to be a spy. When a hidden gate to the folk realm is discovered, Fia is asked by the queen to retrieve the princess and break her curse. Accompanying Fia is Prince Rogan, her dearest childhood friend and Yala's betrothed. As they journey through the forests of the folk, Fia's mission is complicated by her feelings for Rogan and an unexpected attraction to the Fey Lord holding Yala captive. Okay, yeah. How I did not know that this was a love triangle trope is beyond me. Maybe I just never read the back of the book. Soon Fia begins to question the truth of her origins and the reality of her mission, but time is running out to break Yala's curse, and unraveling the secrets of the past might destroy everything Fia has come to love. So yeah, I mean, this one, obviously the cover is stunning. I think I was kind of in my, I had just finished reading the Crane Husband by Kelly Barnhill, I think is the author, before I picked up this book, which I think was one of the books that I picked up for, no, I was going to say for $5, but it does not have the 2 for $10 sticker on it. So this may have come from Book Outlet. I actually don't remember where it came from, but definitely there was some interest in it, or it had some really good ratings, enough for me to at least purchase it. So this one here will respond to prompt number 1. I just usually go ahead and stick the prompt in just like that, so that I have it kind of sticking out here. And as I mentioned in the last video, these little tags will end up in my reading journal. So yeah, this will be one of, let's say 5 or 6, let's say 6 that we're gonna do today. So this will be one of 6. Okay, the next one that we are gonna pick, and I do actually scrunch these up, like I mix them up properly, okay? I just wanna make sure I only have one, and I'm gonna show it to you guys first, so I'll see it on the camera. Is it facing you? No, it's not facing you. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around. Is that facing you? Is it going the right way? It's upside down. It's upside down. Okay, let's try again. This one here says, let's see if it comes into focus, has a blue, I don't know where I got plain from, has a blue spine, okay. I've got like tons of books that have blue spines. I think I may cheat and potentially go for a thinner book, potentially a novella. Let me see what I have.
12 seconds later.
Right, you guys, so I literally have so many books that have blue spines, so I really had to whittle it down. I have a pile of about 9 books that I want to use for my episodic series of the books that have the thematic commonalities, like the ships on the cover. So I literally have 1, 2, I'm counting them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now put aside that all have ships on the cover, but they all happen to coincidentally also have blue spines. But in order to avoid reporting to you guys doubly or triply on the same books, unless I'm doing like favorites or lists or something like that, I'm going to try to avoid them. I'm trying not to cheat. So I went ahead and selected some books that have blue spines that don't have ships on the cover and that I'm not intending to use for any other upcoming videos. So the first one that I have is actually a recent acquisition. This is a quantum love story. So this was going to be like a sci-fi physics-based time loop type of love story. We just discussed this in a previous video, which I can link to down in the description, and where I read you a bit of the back of it, but essentially that's what it is. I'm kind of liking the idea of it because it is going to be a romance, and a sci-fi romance with some time loops and time jumps and stuff could be something I could get behind. So this is definitely a contender. Secondly, I have The Case of the Deadly Butter Chicken. Even though the cover is yellow, the spine is blue. So I think that this one probably would respond to the prompt the most accurately because of the definite contrast between the yellow cover and the blue spine. And this is going to be a murder mystery, possibly a cozy murder mystery of the butter chicken kind. And lastly, we have Still Life by Louise Penny, and this is the first in the Inspector Gamache murder mystery series. And I think she's got like 16 books out with this main character, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm just thinking that maybe I'm going to go for this one because I am hesitant. I've been sort of low-key avoiding picking this one up because it's got so many sequels that come after it, and I don't always do too well with mystery thriller. It kind of is outside of my comfort zone a little bit, and I know that it takes place in Quebec, which is the province in which I live, and that the writer is a Torontonian writer, but her hero and detective in this series is a Quebecois detective. So it's probably about time that I jump on this bandwagon. So I have these 3 from which to choose, and I don't know, they're all such good choices. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments which one you guys would choose. I think I'm going to actually go with this one because I know that if I don't force myself to read it, I'm probably not going to read it. So I'll leave these other 2 aside in case any of the other prompts will respond to one of these 2 books, just so I don't have to get up again, make things easier. But I think for this prompt has a blue spine, we are going to go with Still Life. Okay, next we are going to pick book number 3, and book number 3, I'm just going to make sure I show it to you guys first, is it coming the right way? I keep showing everything to you guys upside down, like I'm really, really mean today. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, let me see. Has time travel. Oh, okay, so here you go. I don't even have to get up. Here it is. Has time travel loop. Responded. Okay, the next prompt is going to be, I'm taking one out. Let's see what it is. I didn't read it. My thumb was covering it, but at least I know what you guys are going to see. So I don't know what it says. Let me see. Has a title that's a something. Has a title that's a question. Has a title that's a question. That I'm going to have to get up and go look. Has a title that's a question. Let's see what I have that could respond to that.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, you guys, like, you will not believe this, but I have actually just been looking through my entire book collection for the last 10 minutes or so, and I do not have a book where there is a question in the title. So I'm gonna have to put that prompt aside and we're gonna have to pick another one for book number 4 because I have just been looking everywhere. I've got like 300 unread books. I don't have a single one that has a question mark in the title, so or that the title is a question. So we're gonna leave that one aside and we're gonna pick another one for prompt number 4. And this one is going to be, I don't know if it's going to come into focus for you. You should be able to see that if it's not upside down. Okay, I'm going to look at it now. It features a royal family. Okay, this is something I should be able to find in my books. So let me go ahead and check that now. Features a royal family. Okay, guys, I think I have one. All right, so, which is great because I have a lot of books, and the fact that I shouldn't have a book, at least let alone 2 books to fulfill these prompts, would have been like a little too much for me. But it looks like I do have one, and I'm really excited about this one too because this is yet another T. Kingfisher book. This is called Metal and Bone, and you can see right up there the crown that confirms that this is the right book for this prompt. So this one says, after years of seeing her sisters suffer at the hands of an abusive prince, Mara, the shy convent-raised third-born daughter, has finally realized that no one is coming to their rescue. No one except for Mara herself. Seeking help from a powerful grave witch, Mara is offered the tools to kill a prince, if she can complete 3 impossible tasks. But, as is the way in tales of princes, witches, and daughters, the impossible is only the beginning. On her quest, Mara is joined by the grave witch, a reluctant fairy godmother, a strapping former knight, and a chicken possessed by a demon. Together, the 5 of them intend to be the hand that closes around the throat of the prince and frees Mara's family and their kingdom from its tyrannous rulers at last. So this should be really fun. It's not a big book. I'm probably going to get to it sooner than later because, as you know, I'm a huge T. Kingfisher fan. This one is a little over 300 pages, but it does center around a royal family, so that definitely hits the mark for this prompt. Book number 5. Book number 5 for this TBR Teapot. We're selecting September reads, just as a reminder. Okay, this one is this one upside down also? I don't know. Okay, I only have the one, right? I just have the one. Okay, I'm trying to like make sure I just have the one. Okay, main character is seeking revenge. Okay, I think that I have one that comes to mind. Okay, you guys, I found a book that answers this prompt of the main character is seeking revenge, and at the same time, I just realized that the whole time, even though my ring light has been plugged in, I forgot to turn it on, so I've gone ahead and turned that on for you as well. So the book that I found where the main character is seeking revenge that I've selected for this prompt is going to be Projections, and this is by S.E. Porter, and I will let you know what makes this book qualify. All prices are small when someone else pays them. Catherine Bildstein pays that ultimate price when she rejects fledgling sorcerer Gus Farrow, but death isn't enough to free her. Her ghost remains stuck to her obsessed murderer, even as he turns his attention to girls who remind him of her. We're being joined by the cicadas, everyone. Can you hear them? Okay, I think they're done. Okay, as Gus uses his magic to kill again and again, Catherine knows she must find a way to stop him and release her own trapped spirit in the process. Catherine may have lost her voice, her body, her dreams, and her life, but she hasn't lost her power. Projections is S.E. Porter's adult debut, a haunting, dark, historical fantasy exploring misogyny and the soul-corrupting power of unrequited love through an enchanted lens of violence and revenge. So this is definitely one where our heroine is out for revenge after she has obviously been killed by the sorcerer and she wants to get him back. And yeah, I think that that perfectly responds to the demands of this prompt. And we will go ahead and pick a 6th and final book for potential September reads from the TBR Teapot right here. Okay, I've got one. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. I think it has to go this way. Let's see what it is. Is that coming in for you? Okay, so is it set in the future? Is that what it says? Set in the future? Set in the future. Okay, so I'm thinking if anything is set in the future, we're going to be looking at possibly sci-fi because that's super easy to grab. Okay, so for this one, you guys, I was going to go with something else, but in the end, I changed my mind and I went for a little piece of low-hanging fruit, as you know that I want to do from time to time. And so the book that I have that I picked to respond to this prompt is going to be Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. And it's really for no other reason than the fact that it's such a small book, and I could really use a small book to pick from. This one is under 200 pages, so I'm hoping that it will be a sort of easy one to get under my belt. It has been sitting on my TBR card for quite some time, so that should respond to this prompt of a book that takes place in the future. So just as a reminder, let us go through the 6 books that I have picked for the TBR Teapot choice of September reads. As the airplane goes by and the cicadas are singing, we're going to talk through it as we do. All right, so Prompt number 6 was a book set in the future. I have chosen for this prompt Annihilation. The main character wants to take revenge prompt. That's going to be projections. Then we have it centers around a royal family. So for that one, we have Nettle and Bone. And you guys know, honestly, this is going to be a priority read. This one is going to be read for sure. And then we have one that is, oh, I don't remember what this one, oh yes, has a time loop or time travel. So that's the one, A Quantum Love Story, that I have chosen for this prompt. And then we have a book with a blue spine. So for this prompt, I have chosen Still Life by Louise Penny. And then lastly, responding to the love triangle trope prompt that we went through, we have A Feather So Black. So these are the books that we have selected as all of my possible reads for September. I do commit to reading at least 3 out of all of these 6. It would be even better if I read 4. It would be even better if I read 5. And it would be absolutely outstanding if I read them all. But I'm also trying to be realistic about things. So anyway, I hope that you guys all had fun hanging out with me today as we selected the September reads from the TBR Teapot. If you like this kind of content, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below which books you would have picked, which books you think I should start with, because there should still be some time when you guys see this video that I will read your comments, and I always respond, so leave a comment down below for sure. Let me know which ones you think I should start with, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Ciao for now.